Yo, what's going on YouTube? Hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday and welcome to episode number 11 of the Race to Division 1. As you guys can see, our record's sitting at 18 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses, so it's been pretty smooth for the most part. Happy with the way things are going. In our previous episode, we won both of our matches. If you have not seen that episode, be sure to go check it out. We also made a new team that you guys are looking at right now. This team I had quite a bit of fun with, and the formation is actually really good. If you guys have been struggling with FIFA 14 this year and you have not tried the 4-1-2-1-2, the one with the left mid and right mid on it, definitely go check it out. It's a very, very solid formation, both defensively and on the attack. Probably up there with my top 2 favorite formations right now, the other one being the 4-4-2 with the 2 defensive mids. But our first match in this episode is going to come up against a 4-3-3 full BPL team. Was a little bit worried when I saw his team. I saw Adebayor up there with 2 pacey wingers being in Podolski and Walcott, but early on, he's going to make a terrible challenge with Frank Lampard. Picks up a yellow card in the beginning of the match, so he had to be careful using his midfielders to go in to lunge into tackles, especially with Frank Lampard, but he makes a terrible error. Look at this here. He's frantic, gets a little bit worried, and gives up possession, and Nelka goes for the shot, hits the post, but look who's there. Benzema cleans up the miss, puts it in for us, and we get the first goal of the match 11 minutes in. We'll take that any day. Shortly after, he's going to show off the brilliance of the 4-3-3 formation, maintaining possession. Lampard gets space, but no power on that shot. Trouble clearing it out initially. Look at here. We give up possession. He's going to find Walcott in the box, but we snatch it away. Finally clear it out. Got a little bit lucky there that we didn't concede, actually, so we'll take it. But Nasri's going to make a nice run here. We just overlead him. He had so much space. But Joe Hart, what an error right there. Gets called for a handball. And we had so many things we could have done with this one. I thought about taking it with Samir Nasri, but then I second-guessed myself. I said, you know what? Maybe Samir Nasri has too much power on it. We don't want to put it over the crossbar. I could have laid it off to the striker, which would have been the better option, and I completely failed right there. A missed opportunity. We go into the second half still at 1-0, and you guys are going to see my opponent go for a fake pass, which if not in the right positioning, you guys are going to see that animation where the ball gets in front of you. We had a chance with Pedro, but I tried to get too fancy. You got to leave that fancy stuff sometimes for later. We're still looking for the second goal here, so we're only up 1-0. Try to find Benzema in the box. Not a good cross from Gibbs right there, so we end up losing another opportunity, but eventually Benzema's going to break away from the defenders. He's going to pull out Joe Hart, and look at that for a finish. Just chips it beautifully over Joe Hart and dips so precisely right into the back of the net. We'll take the second goal of the match. Eventually right here, we're going to find Ashley Young make this run. Look at that run. And then he says, yo, Benzema, I can do it better. What a finish. Left-footed chip. What a great finish by Ashley Young. Right over Joe Hart again. Joe Hart gets chipped twice in the same game. I got to see that again. What a beautiful little chip to go precisely into the side netting, and that's how this one is going to end, guys. 3-0 is the scoreline. Very happy with our team's performance these past couple of games, and we end up winning the Division 7 title, so we get some extra coins, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to go ahead and win the Division 7 title, get promoted to Division 6, where we should see the competition get a little bit better. But I wanted to go ahead and make some adjustments to the team. Even though it's been playing well, I wanted a different striker partnership. No reason really. Anelka played pretty decent. Benzema is actually a beast this year. I did not enjoy using Benzema last year, but this year he's really good. And I'm a bit bummed out that he's going to be riding the bench now because of chemistry reasons. Initially, I was going to buy Luis Suarez, but as you guys can see, I don't have the coins for him just yet. He does seem like an absolute beast. So once I do get the coins, Luis Suarez will make his way on my squad, and we will see how he performs in game because I have not used him this year, both on my other account or on this account. The next striker we were going to get, I could have gone with a number of options now that I think about it. I could have gone with Torres or Soldado or Negredo, I believe. Any of those three would have gotten 9 Kemp, but I went ahead and decided to go with Dzeko just because I don't know, try something new. Every now and then you have to try something new, and Dzeko, I guess, will hopefully perform well for me. I'm hoping. I'm crossing my fingers that he's not terrible. Did not enjoy using him last year whatsoever, but from what it seems like, players last year who performed poorly seem to be performing well for me, so we'll have to see. In any case, our next opponent is using the 4-5-1 formation, a formation which I have not played against this year, but you'll notice that he has a lot of pace on both on his left mid and right mid, being in Schürrle and Jesus Navas, and then his striker, Eto. So I had to be careful. I had to slow things down eventually. At the start, I was playing too fast, and I noticed this a lot when I'm just not thinking when I'm playing. I thought I was going to get the first goal of the match 15 minutes in. It hits the post. Dzeko gets up there, but we're denied by the crossbar. He's going to get me on a counter, and you're going to see Jesus Navas right here make a run and completely blazes past Gibbs, but Gibbs saves the day. Eto gets a shot on target. We end up saving it, and that's all that happened in the first half. This was a defensive battle, and after I saw the match stats, I told myself I wasn't playing properly in the first half, and I like when I noticed that. I like that I noticed that in time before I concede. So this half, I really slowed things down as much as possible. I don't want him to get possession. He was one of those players who played high-pressure team pressing, and you have to be careful with your passes if you play against people like this, who are just going to try to rush things down the wings, just mashing the right trigger, trying to outpace your defenders. You can defend it pretty well as long as you maintain possession and you don't make any errors. It's hard to do, and I know a lot of people use high pressure defending this year, but look at Dzeko right here. Uses strength to shield off company, gets it right back, and demolishes that ball, hits the crossbar again. Jovetic says, I got your back, my teammate. I got your back, and he ends up scoring the first goal of the match. 71 minutes in. This was a defensive battle, as I said at the half, but again, we're going to get a chance. I believe he put his team on attacking. Jovetic, whoop! Broken ankles, nice roulette, gets a shot off, and his defender, Clichy, last second slides in front of that shot. We end up taking a corner quick. Sacco gets up there, heads that in, and we get the second goal of the match. At this point, we're going to call that a victory. It's 87 minutes in. He's not going to be able to score a goal, and we walk away with our first win in Division 6. Very, very happy with how my team played that match. And I got to say, hats off to my opponent, an extremely defensive battle, and I love those types of games. And I got lucky with the header to seal the deal, to be honest with you guys. Obviously, corner headers are overpowered, but a very, very great match, so hats off to my opponent. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with your friends. It really helps me out. And if you guys want to see daily FIFA content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I mean, what else you gonna do? Tomorrow, we're hoping to do a trading video. I know you guys love those. And we will see you later.